We got a bunch of crazy news today, like Roblox messing up, Roblox might have leaked the next event, and a bunch more crazy stuff. And before, as per usual, if you're new here, please subscribe. We're trying to reach 10k eventually, hopefully by the end of this month. So subscribe to help us out and let's get into the news. And firstly, this starts Roblox making a pretty big mistake, and a pretty massive and crazy glitch going on Roblox yesterday. RTC News to us saying that some Roblox utility items bypass the size limit, causing them to override the Roblox skybox. So yeah, as we can see here yesterday, people found a glitch and like a loophole, I guess, in Roblox's system, where they can actually upload items that are massive. And they were so massive that they took over the entire skybox of any game. It didn't matter what game it was, I'm pretty sure. It worked on any game. And as we can see here, people did stuff like this where they did like a hacker and like this like red hacker to make it look like the game got hacked. And if you're wondering, this is what it kind of looked on the profile. It gave like the profile a background, which was actually kind of cool. And that kind of shows you how big it is. Your avatar isn't really affected, but it ruins like the entire, area surrounding you. But like I mentioned, it wasn't just with like the red thing. As we can see here, people are doing like SpongeBob and like other scary stuff, and there's a bunch of these flying around because I guess Roblox messed up in their system somehow and they allowed these all to go through, and I guess they didn't realize this was possible until now. And obviously, right when one dropped and did, good, and everyone figured out how to do it, a bunch of them started dropping, and it was pretty crazy what's going on yesterday. An overall pretty insane glitch and also a pretty insane just overall Roblox mistake, This kind of ruined a lot of games for a little bit because a lot of people were freaking out. Because like I mentioned, a lot of people thought, who didn't know this glitch was going on, that games got hacked and stuff like that. Because we have seen in the past where games get hacked like this. This actually was like actual hacking before, but now it's just like with the glitch. So in general, pretty insane glitch issue from Roblox and just overall situation yesterday. So much games you would go into and have like some random skybox. It was crazy. But with that being said, right away, Roblox obviously realized like, oh, they made a pretty big mistake and they were rushing to fix this. Literally like a couple hours after, they made a dev forum post responding to everything. As we can see, RTC followed up a little bit later saying, by the way, it's now patched. Additionally, it seems like Roblox just felt the need to release a dev forum post stating the asset and bundle moderation approvals are temporarily paused. So yeah, as we can see here, Roblox literally right away tried fixing the issue, and I think it doesn't work anymore. And they also turned off like the whole feature for a little bit to try to fix it even more, I think. So pretty crazy situation. Not only did Roblox mess up this bad, but they kind of panicked, it seemed like, and just turned off the entire feature and responded right away. But also with that being said, it's pretty crazy to me how fast Roblox responded. If you guys know Roblox, it takes them like 80 million years to respond to like one little thing. But this time, they're on it pretty quick. I guess because it made them look bad because this was a pretty big loophole, but I mean, it was fixed after a little bit. Now with that being said, like I mentioned, them responding quickly, even though it seems good, caused a lot of drama in the community. Just because they responded to something this quick, but compared to how they handle other situations, they weren't as quick. Like Green Light Guys here mentioned saying, Roblox really quick responded to the big UC items, but didn't and still hasn't properly responded to all the other issues like the re-uploads and sexual public UC accessories / 3D clothing, which is true, and also kind of a bad look for Roblox. There's a massive situation ruining games and ruining the skybox, which is like a loophole in Roblox system, and they're on it quickly and they turn off the feature and stuff like that. And they probably did that just because it's an easy fix for them, and it makes them look kind of good in the community just because they're like, oh, we responded quickly and fixed it. However, the issues that aren't as easy to fix, Roblox ignores them and puts them under the rug for a long time. And that's kind of a big problem, I feel like, on Roblox. Because even though stuff is going good right now, and it is good that Roblox is on stuff quickly, you have to remember, behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff that Roblox tries to hide and push aside because it seems like they actually just can't fix it, or it's too much work for them to fix it, you know what I mean? So in general right now, Roblox kind of made a pretty big mistake. They made a mistake of letting this stuff go through, they made a mistake with this whole situation just in general, because now a lot of people are getting mad at them and calling them out for other stuff. It's like a whole mess in the community. In general though, besides all that, it was pretty crazy to see this during the time because almost every game you would join, something crazy would be, in the skybox. It was a pretty insane glitch. But like they mentioned, the feature is off now, and I'm pretty sure they patched it, so you can no longer use the items or have fun with it, but it was pretty insane for the time being. But with that being said, we have a bunch more stories today because a lot of stuff has happened recently, so I want to break it all down. And next we got something kind of interesting happened in the community recently. So Mark on here to us saying that new possible classic item. One of the accounts that uploaded assets for the classic just uploaded an asset which is called construction kit and item final. It could be used for the classic. So yeah, as we can see here, the person who's been uploading like classic stuff for the classic event uploaded like this blueprint with like tape around it and like a bunch of tools, which is pretty interesting and pretty weird. And it's already got a lot of people thinking like maybe this means that we might get a part 2 of the classic event. Like Sharkboss here giving his theory saying the classic part 2 2017 era edition, which would be pretty interesting. Because if you guys remember, when the classic event ended, it was kind of weird for a number of reasons. Number one, it was super weird that they only made it like 5 days, Why would you spend that much time for a whole theme and all these games and the whole lobby for 5 days? That seemed kind of weird. And then also with that being said, right when the event ended, all their teachers and stuff are saying like, oh, it's over for now, but we'll see you soon and stuff like that. And I think even in the game or on the event page said like, oh, it's over, but soon you'll see something else, So they're kind of teasing something else is going to happen. Now, to be fair, they said the same thing for when the first hunt event happened, and I think they're just teasing the next event. So maybe that was just them teasing the next event, or potentially that was them teasing like a second version, which is actually plausible in my opinion, mainly because of the whole 5-day thing, you know what I mean? It seems super quick, especially for an event that was super hype in the community. And obviously with that being said, this is not confirmed at all, it's just kind of speculation and theories in the community, because I'm pretty sure there has been some other leaks that kind of point towards maybe another edition or a part 2, but this item could literally be for anything. Like Marco followed up saying, here's a list of some other possible theories. The Innovation Awards, which is possible, an award for people who participate in the Classic, which I don't know if they would actually do that, maybe, you never know, or a gift card item. I feel like the first and the last one are kind of plausible. A gift card item makes sense, you know, Rose does stuff like that all the time. The Innovation Awards, maybe, like a free item for the lobby could make sense, but I guess we have to wait and see. In general though, we definitely are getting some sort of event or something I feel like soon, because there has been some leaks and like stuff here and there of them teasing something coming up, you know what I mean? I feel like we will get something soon, whether that be a part 2 or another event. But like I said, we have to wait and see because nothing is 100% confirmed just yet. But anyways, with that being said, our next story of kind of an instant new roles update that could be pretty big for the future of Roblox. Blockchain is here to us saying that with the full release of the Path 2D API in Roblox Studio, creators can make, edit, and visualize 2D splines, enabling you to create UI elements and effects like graph for editors and UI animations. So I'm not gonna lie, when I read that out for the first time, I had no idea what that meant, and you probably might be confused too. However, if you look at the videos and GIFs that Blockchain has provided, we can kind of see why it's actually pretty big for the roles community. As we can see in the GIFs, with this new like change and rules stuff like that, people can now make full-on like 2D kind of games and aspects in the studio now, which I don't think was fully possible before that, or I think it's maybe way easier now. And this is why I'm kind of saying this might be big for the future of Roblox, just because this opens up so much possibilities. We haven't really seen much like 2D aspects or games like this that use this concept, so now that it's easier and especially on Roblox, I feel like we might see more stuff pop up, you know? And it's opened up so much possibilities. And in the future, we might see some crazy games using this now. Or maybe not even full-on games. Like imagine just like a regular game has like a mini game where you're in 2D and stuff like that, you know? It would be very cool. And the future has a lot of potential, I feel like. And I'm very curious to see how developers end up using it. And if you read the comments up here, very excited for this as well. And I'm very curious to see, you know, what the future of this is. But just released, so obviously it's going to take some time. Let me know what you guys think about this though. I feel like this actually be pretty cool. But with that being said, our next story is something weird that happened on Roblox recently. And it is kind of small, but it's like the most useless and random thing for no reason. So Ezra is here to us saying that Roblox recently updated all their website images from PNGs to WebPs. And as I have seen this to be an issue for many people, especially their workflow, I had to make a mini guide on how to download the PNG version of images without the unneeded conversion. So yeah, there's like a workaround now to do it, but in general, with that being said, this is one of the lamest and stupidest role changes I've seen for no reason. Before in roles, it's very easy to save images because, you know, PNGs like normal, stuff like that. It was very easy to get images and stuff like that. But WebPs are annoying. They don't work properly and stuff like that, so when you're downloading it, you won't even be able to use it properly, whereas a PNG you could use properly. So for some reason, Roles completely ruined it on Roblox, and now when you go to download anything, it's going to be a hassle to convert it and everything like that. I don't know why they did this. It was the most useless change, but I mean, it's Roblox, are you even surprised? Roles is known for doing dumb changes, and once again, they show that yet again. Literally the most useless and uncalled for thing. I don't understand at all why they did this. Maybe it's for some issue, I don't really understand why, but another really useless and annoying feature. And I fully agree with this person said here. Roles when it comes to making pointless changes, I got one more in me. Exactly, this sums up Roles perfectly. The most pointless and useless change Roles adds for no reason. And with that being said, if you enjoyed, check this video to find out some more news, and I'll see you next one. Also, please subscribe.